I'm standing here on the coast of the Baltic Sea in Estonia. It's a country we don't hear about too much in India. It's a country of just under a million people, but it has a very interesting connection to India, and in fact to India's richest Indian, Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani is in fact a e-resident of Estonia, along with the former Minister for Law and Justice, Ravi Shankar Prasad. Here also joining other individuals like Pope Francis as well as Bill Gates. So why exactly does Reliance, as well as a number of Indian companies, why do they have this kind of relationship with India? Why do they have this relationship with Estonia? I am right now in front of the Reliance Jio headquarters here in front of the Baltic Sea. It's just right behind me here right now, and you can see this is the headquarters of Reliance Jio. It's a subsidiary that was established by Mukesh Ambani himself to expand into a country that has a very notable reputation when it comes to digital affairs. Over 2,000 Indians are now e-residents of Estonia, with 275 companies approximately being founded by Indians in Estonia. And I'm going to explain to you in a little bit why Estonia has such a world-beating reputation in digital and why they're looking to do so much more with India on digital affairs. Now, what exactly is an e-residency? Simply put, it's a digital identity that Estonia offers to people around the world. You can apply for e-residency online, and once that gets accepted, you get a smart card that lets you access a whole range of Estonian services. Services including forming a company, handling your taxes, signing documents, and even opening a bank account. All of this can be done from anywhere in the world. You don't even have to step foot in Estonia. The idea behind the e-residency is simple. It's about making it easier for entrepreneurs and business people to operate globally without being tied down to one location. Estonia wanted to create a program that would allow people to run businesses, manage their affairs, and sign documents securely online, all with minimal red tape. But here's where it gets interesting for India. Over 2,000 Indians have now become e-residents of Estonia. And it's not just small names either. There's Reliance Chief Mukesh Ambani and former Indian Minister for Law and Justice, Ravi Shankar Prasad. They also join other global names like Bill Gates and Pope Francis. So why are Indian businesses so interested in Estonia's e-residency program? Well, simply put, it's because Estonia's e-residency allows Indian entrepreneurs to tap into the European Union market with ease, without needing to actually be in Europe. It's a huge opportunity for those looking to expand their businesses internationally, and it's particularly attractive to tech-savvy entrepreneurs who want to minimize bureaucracy. For example, Mukesh Ambani's company Reliance Jio has a subsidiary in Estonia. It's a smart move because Estonia is known for its digital infrastructure and strong support for startups. In fact, Estonia is home to several unicorn companies, which are valued at over $1 billion. This famously included Skype, and now includes TransferWise, Bolt, and Pipedrive. Remember that Estonia has a population of just over 1 million people. And it's not just about big companies. In the past year alone, over 200 Indian startups have been launched in Estonia through the e-residency program, providing new avenues for business growth and international collaboration. We're now sitting down with Tavi Kotka, Reliance's chief in Europe and Estonia's former chief innovation officer, as well as the man behind the e-residency scheme. I'm standing now with Tavi Kotka, who is the chief of Reliance Jio's operations here in Europe. He is also the former chief information officer of Estonia and the man behind the e-residency scheme. So could I ask you a little question? We've been hearing a lot about this scheme, about, really thousands of Indians who've taken up this this residency, including Mukesh Ambani himself. Could you tell us a little bit about this scheme? How exactly has it become so popular for Indians as well as for global companies who want to come to Estonia, as the man who made it happen?
Mm-hmm. So the idea is that you don't need to be physically here to do business in Europe. So you apply for so-called e-residency or like digital citizenship. You become a digital citizen. So physically you cannot travel to Europe, but you can create a company here and you can run a business in Europe just sitting behind your kitchen table in New Delhi.
Right.
So that was the idea of the whole system, and it works. We truly serve people around the globe. I think more than in 180 countries.
Right. Could I ask you a little bit about how you see Indian entrepreneurs coming here and competing in European markets as well? Because you've been an entrepreneur yourself. You work with Jio now. Could you tell us a little bit about the quality of the digital talent that you see coming in terms of tech from India, coming into European markets and competing here?
Indian digital talent has been, let's say, higher and higher level every year. Your universities are doing great job. Your companies are doing great job, especially giving them practical skills, etc. So I'm glad what I'm seeing. Like the quality goes up every year. Like it's better and better. I like the fact that you don't outsource. You want to get and keep the talent and skills inside India. I think it's a very smart decision. And why to use Europe, why to become a resident, for example. Definitely one advancement is that European companies like to do business with European companies. So if you have a daughter company here in Europe, you have faster money transactions, you have more trust. So that's why you should combine the Indian talent and European digital presence. You don't have to be physically here.
Right. Great. Could I ask you to tell me a little bit about how you're seeing programs like Digital India that they've pushed a lot? We have got Aadhaar, UPI, a lot of digitalization in Indian society. Sitting here as a tech entrepreneur, someone who's handled these issues for a government as well, could you tell us a little bit about how you see the success of these programs? What more needs to be done? How does India stack up when compared to the rest of the world in terms of digitalization?
In the Digital India, definitely has been, I think, one of the most influential programs in the world. And talking as an engineer, I'm super glad that Indian politicians have they listen, they trust their engineers. The UPI, the Aadhaar, all those innovations are crucial, to build a solid baseline for digital society. And if you combine it with proper, let's say, mobile infrastructure and electricity, etc., you are the winners of the future. Great job.
Could I ask you a little bit about some reforms that you were talking about? Right here, we were just having a conversation with Mr. Kotka about what India needs to do better, perhaps, to make sure that digitalization goes better, more smoothly, creates jobs for a lot more people, is also safer for people. What do you think that India could change and do better?
From the infrastructure perspective and the way how you have laid down your baseline, that's all good. I think what needs to improve, needs to be improved is everything that is related with legal and processes, to make it more reliable, more transparent to the people. So you have continuously built trust in the eyes of the people. So they have to know that they can trust government, they can trust private sector to deal with their data, and from that perspective, build trust. And also, what is very important, no legacy. You have to redo your IT systems better and better and better. No legacy policy also needs to be put in place.
Right. And could I ask you finally, in terms of the question I asked before, in terms of how competitive you think Indian startups are when they come to this part of the world, in terms of Europe? Do a lot of them come to Estonia that you know of? How well do they compete when they come here to this part of the world?
I think for Indian startups, they should start in India. It's a land of opportunity, and it's one big market, and it's so much better to operate and build stuff there compared with Europe. Obviously, we like your talent, so if they are willing to come, we always welcome them. But as an entrepreneur, I would say that if you can win in India, you can win in Europe.
Understood. Thank you so much for your time. In short, Estonia's e-Residency program has been a game changer for Indian entrepreneurs, offering them the chance to operate their businesses in the heart of Europe with all the digital tools and support they need, all from the comfort of home. Bureau report from Estonia, India Today Global.